What's going on, guys? My name is Aldeniro and welcome to episode 48 of my Leicester City career mode. We're starting this episode off with a quick look at the league table, and have you ever seen a weirder looking table? Every team is basically as inconsistent as each other, and then you have Chelsea just completely peeling away at the top with 49 points, and they're currently unbeaten. But I want to say early on in this video, if this reaches 600 likes before 5 PM today, I'll upload at 5 today because there's no evening game. So yeah, if this reaches 600 likes before 5 PM, then episode 49 will be uploaded at that time, so hopefully you guys are looking forward to that if this does reach the target. But we start this episode off with a game against West Brom, and I just want to say early on, you can probably hear it in my voice, I'm not going to be able to talk as fast as I usually do or as fluidly because I can barely even breathe at the moment because of this chest infection that I have. But as you see early on in the 5th minute against West Brom, Wilfried Zaha continues his really impressive form with his 6th goal of the season inside the opening 10 minutes of the game, which was really good. But West Brom came forward immediately after kickoff, and the ball came to Malumba, who played it into Blanco. Now there was actually a foul on the West Brom player on the edge of the box, and I didn't really think it was a foul. If you want to go back and look at it and judge for yourself, let me know, because I don't think it was. But the ball comes to Blanco, who shoots first time, and that is just an astonishing finish from the Argentinian attacking midfielder. It was just an amazing goal into the top corner, and I was a little bit disappointed to concede an equaliser so quickly, but at the same time you can't really complain when someone scores a goal that good. But just 10 minutes into the game and it's 1-1, and West Brom are a team that I don't have a good record against. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's definitely not good. They've beaten me several times. I think they were one of only 6 teams to beat me last season overall. And by the 17th minute of this game, West Bromwich Albion found themselves in front with a Stephen Fletcher goal as he chips Kasper Schmeichel expertly with a really nice finish as well into the bottom corner of the net, and West Brom go 2-1 up. And I was obviously incredibly disappointed at that because I struggle against West Brom, and when you go down to a team that you struggle with, it's always like extra hard. It feels like way more of a challenge. But we come into the second half, and it was all West Brom pretty much. Like, they were just holding on to the ball and not really doing much with it. You know, they had the odd chance like this one here, but other than that, not really a lot going on for them. They were just holding on to the ball, and that was what made it so hard. But we did get a chance in the 52nd minute from a corner kick as Mike Leite's shot is cleared off the line, and then we come up to just past the hour mark with Jeffrey Schlupp running at the defence. He gets in on goal and shoots it, saved by the goalkeeper. I know he doesn't have good finishing, but he's really fast, and that's why I play him up front. But in the 68th minute, the ball comes to Zaha on the edge of the area, and his shot was really good, but just wide, and that's just kind of the confidence that I have with him at the moment. He's like a really good player. I feel like I can shoot from anywhere and score, and that was kind of evidenced in the game against Norwich, where he netted an impressive hat-trick. But as you can see in this game, we're coming up to the last few minutes of it, and there's nothing going on for us, and West Brom got the last chance of the game as Morrison's shot is saved by Kasper Schmeichel in goal, and that's how it ended. That game, by the way, was played on Christmas Day because this game is realistic. It brings you the ultimate next-gen experience. And yeah, we ended it with a defeat, and it was our chance to go second in the league as well, and I was really disappointed. But we come out of that game to find that Luca Ante wants to stay with the team, which is kind of annoying. I'd already planned to replace him, so I don't really know what I'm going to do from here. But I got this very strange message from the board saying that the squad depth is an issue, and they feel like we need more attacking options. So after reading that message, I decided to go and sign another striker. And I put in a bid for a striker after our first game. This game is on January 1st, so I couldn't really go and make a bid before it. Well, I could, but I didn't. So there, we're playing against QPR on New Year's Day, and this is in the snow. And I think I remember an episode I did called Milestones, I think it was. And I got my first win against QPR and my first win in the snow in the same episode in different games. I think the game was against Sunderland in the snow, but this time we're playing QPR and it's going to be in the snow. And the fact that this would have been a milestone before just goes to show how not confident I am when I'm playing against QPR. But in the 15th minute, it was QPR who got the first chance of the game as the ball comes to Matt Phillips inside the box, and he drags his shot just a little bit wide. But we would come forward 12 minutes later with a chance of our own. This was kind of on a counter attack with Mike Leite bombing forward, and he sees a run from Tom Ince ahead of him and plays it into him, who runs up against Yoon Suk Young, and Tom Ince gets into a great position, but his shot is saved and it rebounds off the post, which was a little bit disappointing. But How do you guys actually feel about playing in the snow on this game? Like, I really struggle with it. It's like, my eyes are really weird. Like, the way that I see colors and stuff is really weird. But the yellow ball on the white pitch, just, I can't really see the ball very well. Everything is just really bright. And because it's so bright, it's like I can't see the radar either because it's too translucent. And it's I don't know, I really don't like playing in the snow in this game. It's like extra hard for me. But as you see in the 40th minute, we did get a breakthrough goal from Jeffrey Schlupp as he managed to finish calmly as he bared down on the goalkeeper and went for the finesse shot, which, as we all know, is a goal every time. But it's still really good to be able to score with Jeffrey Schlupp because of how much I complain about him. But we come into the second half and it was actually us who kind of we sort of seized the advantage in the game, and we seized the upper hand, and we played a lot better as a result of the goal that we scored. But the shot from Schlupp wasn't good enough to beat the goalkeeper, and just on the hour mark, QPR came forward with Diakite having a shot from distance, which probably looked a lot closer than it actually was, in all honesty. But 5 minutes later, excuse me, we would get a chance of our own as Mike Onelete bears down on goal ahead of all the QPR defence. He takes it round Corker with such a nice little turn, and he manages to slot it into the back of the net to make it 2-0 to us after 66 minutes. And from here I was really happy because I could take off the important players and just spend the rest of the game sort of passing it around and well, not doing exactly that, but playing it a lot more calmly than I needed to in order to save fitness and things of that nature, because our next bout of fixtures is actually pretty tough as well. But in the 79th minute, the ball comes through to Knockhart on the counter, who plays it into Leite, who should have scored, and I instructed Berahino to shoot that into the empty net, but he decided not to. Then in the 87th minute, the ball comes to Matt Phillips, who plays it into Adel Taarabt, who could have done a lot better with that chance, but in all fairness, that was a great save by Kasper Schmeichel to keep it at 2-0, and he keeps his clean sheet, and as a result of that, we get a victory over QPR, and we come out of that game with the 3 points despite only having 41% possession. Now we're into the transfer business, and I found a bid for Mike Onelete from Real Sociedad and from Bordeaux. I obviously rejected it. I like Mike Onelete a lot. We got him for a very cheap price, and he's added a lot to the team despite being so cheap. And I went and made an inquiry, or actually I went straight into an offer for Danny Welbeck and Lewis Muriel. Muriel is the one that I want the most because I think he has the strength, he's got the pace, he's got 4-star skills. And I think he'll be an improvement on Mike Onelete, but I think the two of them will play together very well. And I think Muriel and Gale, or Muriel and Berahino, like, there's so many good striker partnerships there with Lewis Muriel, and a lot of you guys have asked me to sign him before, so he is the one that I'm going to be trying the most to sign. But this is our team. We're going with the 4-5-1 in this game, and we're playing at Stamford Bridge against a team who, as you saw from the league table at the very start of the episode, are playing incredibly right now. Nothing can really stop Chelsea, but sure, we give it a try anyways. We got a draw here at the end of last season after a really good performance, and I didn't see any reason why we couldn't do it again. But after 10 minutes, Eden Hazard really should have scored there, but thankfully enough, the shot was blocked and went out for a corner. But 16 minutes later, he would get a much better chance as Willian doing some nice work playing the ball to Ramirez, who does well to keep it in play, and the ball is headed on to Hazard, and that's an awesome finish from the Belgian midfielder. And that gave Chelsea the lead after just 27 minutes. Then they came forward 3 minutes later with Diego Costa's strike hitting off Kasper Schmeichel and then eventually hitting the post. And we came forward 5 minutes after this with Koyate playing the ball into Wilfried Zaha, playing in his newfound position. He gets round that player really well and bashes it into the back of the net with an amazing finish. Typically, like, Zaha, just, I don't know, he never really, like, I always liked him. I always liked his dribble, and he was decent enough at crossing. But since I've put him into that cam role, it's like he's been an entirely new player. It's like he plays like an 85 rated player, or at least what I would expect one of them to play like. But on the brink of half time, Chelsea did go back into the lead thanks to a goal from Cesc Fabregas. As like, it's such a shame conceding a goal on the brink of half time, especially against a team like Chelsea. I feel like all the teams that I've played, I think Chelsea have the most dynamic sort of tactical approach to the game. They change between like defensive counter-attack and just all-out attack and possession-based play and all, like, really often, and it's really difficult to play against them because you don't know exactly how to set up against them. But in the 68th minute, Willian plays the ball to Schürrle and then gets it back inside the box and plays it into Fabregas, who tried to get his shot off. Eventually he would get another chance, but he dragged this shot wide from close range, and there's not really much excuses for not hitting the target from there. But we come up to the 77th minute with Schlupp's shot finding Koyate, who went went for the looping sort of a weird dipping type of shot that was saved by Petr Cech in goal, and eventually we came forward again in the 90th minute as Schlupp gets in after stealing the ball from the defender, but sadly he couldn't hit the target from there. I think that actually did get a deflection and went out for a corner kick, but that's how the game ended. We lost at Stamford Bridge. I don't think there's any great shame in doing so though, because Chelsea are just incredibly difficult to play against. But yeah, that's the end of this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If it hits 600 likes, there'll be another episode later on, and I'm going to be recording that later, so I hopefully won't sound as bad as I sound in this episode. But yeah, hopefully you guys appreciate that I'm not well and everything like that. But yeah, so get this to 600 likes. The next video will be up later. Thank you for watching. I've been El Dinero.